Good day everyone, my name is Jezzel and I am your teacher for today. So before we start our discussion, kindly lead the prayer, Mr. Joshua. So before we start our discussion, we are having our motivation, which is I will be going to show you some pictures that are related to our topic and you will guess it. Okay, the first picture is, what's this? Very good. This is flour. Second picture. What's this? Yes, this is the sugar. The third one. Yes, the flavorings. And what do you call this? Very good, the liquid ingredients. And last but not the least, you are all familiar with this. And this one is? Yes, the milk. And I think may mga idea na kayo kung tungkol saan ang ating itatakel ngayong araw. Pero bago tayo magsimula sa ating panibagong lesson, ano ang inyong natatandaan sa ating previous lesson? Anyone, please raise your hand. Let's have an activity first. So, I will be going to group you into two groups and we are going to have an activity about the major and minor ingredients needed in basic baking. So, this game is called Expounding. So the mechanics of this game is each group will discuss deeply the uses of major and minor ingredients, also cite the importance of each in the aspect of baking. Also, the rules of this game is everyone will share their insights and ideas with their group. Once that the other member did not participate or cooperate, it will be deducted to their scores. I will be grading you using the rubrics here. And now that we are done with our activity, I will call some students to discuss what they have learned about the activity that we've done. And now, we are going to proceed to our main lesson, which is the basic baking. So the basic baking scopes the basic ingredients, which is the major and minor ingredients needed in basic baking. So what are the major ingredients of basic baking? So there is the flour, the sugar, the eggs, and also the liquid ingredients and the leavening agents. And the minor ingredients consist the shortening that we are going to discuss later, the flavorings that consist the spices, chocolates, kinds of milks, and of course, the salt. Now let's tackle about one by one the basic ingredients of basic baking. So the first one is the flour. We are familiar with the flour. So kung walang harina, hindi mabubuo ang isang tinapay because it contains the structure of dough. So, kung walang harina, talagang hindi mabubuo ang isang tinapay kasi it is the main ingredients of the baking product or the baked product. So, there are different kinds of flour. The first one is the bread flour. Next one is the cake flour. Next one, we are familiar with this, the all-purpose flour. And next one is the durum flour, and last is the self-rising flour. So the bread flour is, ito yung strong flour among other flour, which is very unique siya with the other flour like yung the cake flour, which is ginagamit natin siya sa paggawa ng cakes or mga chiffon cake, which is very light and soft lang yung texture nito kapag nagawa. While yung the durum flour naman is, it is used for making noodles or the pasta. While yung all-purpose flour, which is all, meaning general. So, yung all-purpose flour is pwede natin siya gamitin sa pag-bake ng cake or sa pag-fill ng dough or other baked product na kaya natin i-masa. Kasi nga, this is general flour. While yung self-rising flour naman is you can do it by yourself. Basta meron ka lang baking soda and salt and you can do your self-rising flour. So let's proceed to the protein content of the flour, which is the glutenin and the gliadin. So this two is very essential when it comes to baking. So the glutenin is ito yung nagbibigay ng strength dun sa dough na i-form. While yung the gliding is ito naman yung nagbibigay ng elasticity. For example, the best example dito is yung pizza. Kapag kami namasa natin yung pizza o yung dough ng pizza, nagkakaroon siya ng elasticity and also the strength of the dough. Kapag ikakat siya or imamasa siya, dito na pumapasok yung protein content of the dough, which is yung the glutenin and the gliadin. And one of the basic ingredients in basic baking is the liquid ingredients. So kung walang liquid ingredients, hindi rin mapupuno ang isang baked products kasi liquid ingredients is very essential. Ito yung nagbibigay ng binding or para ma-form yung isang dough. So there are some other kinds of liquid ingredients. So pwede kang gumamit dito ng milk, water, which is yung sinasabi nila na very cheap na liquid ingredients. And last is pwede ka rin gumamit dito ng fruit juice. And also, like what I said earlier, you can use milk as a basic ingredients needed in basic baking. So there are different kinds of milk. We all have the whole fresh milk, also the evaporated milk, and last one is the condensed milk. So, we are familiar with this. Kapag sinabi natin condensed milk, ito yung strong flavor ng milk, which is mas high yung milk kaysa sa water content. So, kapag naman sinabi evaporated milk, is kabaliktaran ng condensed milk, we are familiar with this. Ito yung malabnaw. And then, the whole fresh milk is ito. Ito nga yung fresh milk na galing siya sa cow's milk. So, let's proceed to the shortening product. So, shortening has different classification. The first one is the butter. Second one is the margarine. And last one is the lard. So, what's the differences of these three? So, dun muna tayo sa lard. So, yung lard is kung familiar kayo sa fat oil ng pork. So, that's the lard. While the margarine is yung nasa star margarine o yung mga natibili nyo sa palengke na mga naka-plastic, naka-kilo, this is called margarine. You can substitute it with the butter, and yung butter naman is siya yung parang expensive version ng margarine, like yung dairy cream, like that. So let's proceed to the other ingredients or the basic ingredients needed in baking. So this is the sugar. So there are different types of sugar, which is the confectioner sugar, brown sugar, and also the caster sugar. So let's tackle its differences. Though the confectioner sugar is used for making icings, we are all familiar with this one. And kapag naman sinabing brown sugar, we are all familiar with this kasi nakikita natin ito mostly sa ating mga kitchen or sa paggagawa ng mga coffee or sa iba-iba pang mga kakanin na ginagamit ng mga brown sugar, and also the caster sugar that we are familiar na ginagamit siya sa paggawa ng okay, it's very good. And also the leavening agent. So kapag wala tayong leavening agent, wait, what is leavening agent na? This is the major ingredient needed in basic baking. Na kapag wala tayong leavening agent or the pampaalsa, hindi magiging kapakita-kinabang ang ating isang baked product kasi nga wala tayong yeast or yung tinatawag natin na pampaalsa. So, there are different or two types of leavening agent, which is the baking soda and the baking powder. We are all familiar with this naman. So, let's proceed to the minor ingredients needed in basic baking, which is the flavoring agents. So, flavoring agents has three kinds. You can use the spices, the flavorings, and also the chocolates. So, spices is kapag gusto mo ng aromatic smell sa iyong baked product. While yung mga flavorings naman is also like kung anong gustong flavor ang gusto mo. You can use the caramel ba, or sweet ba, or gusto mo yung tamang light flavor lang. While the chocolate is, there are different kinds of chocolates that you can use to your bread products or kapag gagawa ka ng brownies, cakes, and other kinds ng baked products na magagamitan ng chocolates na ma-enhance ang flavor ng iyong baked product. And last basic ingredients needed in basic baking is the egg and the salt. So, we all know that egg is very essential when it comes in baking. Why? Kasi kung walang egg, hindi rin magkakaroon ng magandang texture ng isang baked product kasi egg is the binding agent of the baked product. Ito yung nag-form ng dough para magkaroon ng maayos na texture ng isang baked product. And also the salt. Kasi kung walang salt, wala rin. Walang lasa ang inyong isang baked product. Hindi mo alam kung ano bang nagugustuhan mo, kung matabang ito or maalat. Kasi nga, wala kang ginamit na salt. Kaya, salt is very essential when it comes to baking kasi may enhance it ang flavor ng isang baked product. And that's all. I hope you learned something. So we are going to our quiz. But before going to that, we will having an activity. So I will give you an activity which is mag-i-interview kayo ng iyong personally known pastry chef. So may ibibigay akong mga following question na itatanong mo sa kanila para magparang sila ng guide question para sagutin ito. So here are the questions that you are going to tell them. So number 1 is, what's the importance of major and minor ingredients in baking? Second, what are your strategies to attain the right and perfect pastry product? And last, how will you going to teach your students about basic baking? What are the techniques? They are going to give examples. Get it? I hope you get it. So do your activity now. And now let's proceed to our quiz. So get 1/4 sheet of pad paper and let's have a quiz. So number 1, 1 to 3. Give at least 3 major ingredients needed in basic baking. 4 and 5. What are the 2 protein content of flour? And for number 6 to 10, what you have learned in the lesson and how will you do or apply it to your daily life. So you can answer it by essay form. So once you are done, kindly pass the papers forward. Okay, thank you. And for your assignment, there is no assignment. So just chill and relax because you deserve that. Okay class, thank you for your listening today. I hope you learned something. So just chill and relax and thank you. Goodbye class.